Dear soul, please take a moment to listen. Your angels are connecting with your energy right now. They want to show you if Archangel Michael is trying to send you an important message today. And with only 2 minutes left, is someone going to surprise you tonight? And why? Dear one, on this special day, as your soul quietly looks for answers, Archangel Michael surrounds you with a warm, golden light that feels divinely urgent. He's gently whispering a message to your heart. It's a message so important that even the winds seem to pause for a moment, listening respectfully. You found yourself facing many different paths. Each one seems tempting in its own way, offering a different kind of dream, desire, or way to escape. But under all that sparkle, something is hidden. And your heart, dear one, has known for a while that not everything that glitters is meant for you. Lately, you've been caught in a fog of confusion, feeling pulled between what seems real and what your intuition tells you. Archangel Michael sees that your spirit has been tired, not because you're lazy, but because you've been trying so hard to make the right choice while also carrying the weight of what others expect from you. And now, as your soul gets ready to take a really important step, the angels are stepping forward to clear the clouds from your eyes. Because what's coming next needs to be seen with truthful eyes, not through the distractions of fantasy. Type Amen if you trust in a higher power. Your heart has been given options, yet you found yourself hesitating, maybe even scared to move, scared to choose wrongly again. You've been dreaming of love, of reconnecting, of a surprising message that might come tonight. But behind that hope, there's a deeper question. What if I get hurt again? Dear one, Archangel Michael wants you to know that your soul already knows what's right for you. The confusion isn't coming from your inner wisdom, but from the voices around you, from old memories bringing up doubt, and from fears that look like possibilities. Tonight, something or someone might arrive. Maybe it will be a message, a knock on the door, or a small moment that feels divinely meaningful. But before you receive it, the angels want your heart to be ready. Not to be dazzled by how things look on the surface, but to look deeper. What truly matters isn't what's offered to you, but what feels right for your truth. You're not here to chase illusions. You're here to recognize what truly clicks with your soul. Maybe someone is thinking of surprising you tonight, and maybe their intentions are filled with emotion, hope, or even guilt. But dear one, ask yourself, do they bring peace or confusion? The angels aren't warning you to turn away, but to pause, breathe, and listen with your soul. This person might be carrying feelings they've hidden for so long, unsure how to share them. There's a sense of urgency because the time for silence is running out. Archangel Michael is preparing your heart not for fantasy, but for a sacred revealing. And for that, you need to be grounded in clarity. There's a reason you've been dreaming more vividly lately, seeing signs and catching glimpses of what could be. These aren't just your imagination. These are pieces of your higher self trying to guide you home to the one truth that could set you free. You might be longing for a reunion, wondering if tonight is the night everything changes. And the truth is, something is shifting. There's energy moving under the surface, and your name has been mentioned in places you can't see yet. Someone somewhere is struggling with their own indecision. And your light, even from far away, is drawing them back. But here's what the angels want you to understand. It's not enough to be chosen. You must also choose yourself. Don't let your heart get lost in dreams that cost you your peace. Archangel Michael is holding your hand now and encouraging you to step back from the fog and look again. What do you truly want, dear one? What kind of love, connection, or life do you want to create? You're not here to be just an option in someone's fantasy. You're here to be the sacred reality in someone's destiny. Tonight, if a message comes, if someone tries to surprise you, remember this. Don't react based on your past wounds. Respond with your wisdom. If a voice from the past tries to reach you, ask yourself not what they want from you, but what your soul needs now. Sometimes the surprise isn't someone coming back. Sometimes it's the clarity that comes just before they do, showing you whether they still fit into the sacred space you've built through your healing. There's still love here, yes, but there's also caution. The angels aren't asking you to be afraid. They're asking you to be discerning. Let your boundaries be your safe place. not your prison. Let your hope be your guide, not your chain. You're being called to rise above emotional fog tonight, to become the one who sees your own truth clearly. This is why Archangel Michael stands with you now. His sword isn't to scare you, but to cut away the illusions that have kept you tied to unfulfilled dreams. You have choices, dear one, but one of them will unlock your divine path. The others are detours meant to test your clarity. You've already been through too much to settle for less. You've cried silently when no one saw, and you've healed in ways you don't even fully understand yet. That's why tonight is important. That's why the angels are drawing so close. Because your next step holds more power than you realize. Someone may be reaching out, caught in their own emotional tangle, wanting to say what they never could. But their voice isn't the authority in your life. You are. You decide if their words match your sacred knowing. And if no message comes, if the silence continues, even then you'll understand what that silence means. Because sometimes the absence of a message is the message itself. Dear one, as the light of this special day softly touches your soul, Archangel Michael draws near with a presence so deep that even your own breath seems to hold still in respect. He has watched you travel through times of pain and echoes of confusion. And now he wraps you in his heavenly embrace to deliver a message that your soul has been ready to receive for a long time. You might not fully realize it, but this moment marks the end of one chapter and the beginning of something your heart has quietly prayed for. With only a few minutes left before a shift happens, Archangel Michael urges you to be still, to listen deeply, and to let your soul recognize the truth beneath everything you've been experiencing. The winds are changing, dear one, not to scatter you, but to carry you to safer places. And though you've grown tired from the storms you've faced, the angels now speak of peace gently coming into your life, like the quiet after a night of endless tears. Type, I believe, if you believe in a divine plan. You've carried so much within you, haven't you? Silent pain that others never saw. Decisions you made while pretending to be strong. Goodbyes you never truly got closure from, and all the dreams you carefully tucked away in your soul just to get by. And yet, you kept walking, even when your steps were heavy with sadness. Today, the angels honor your journey, not for how loud you were, but for how gracefully you carried that weight. They see how hard you've tried to move forward without answers, to rebuild after what felt like emotional devastation, and to hold on to faith even when everything around you gave you a reason to doubt. But now, Archangel Michael stands beside you, because this is the moment he's been waiting for. The moment where your pain no longer defines your path, but where your healing starts to rewrite the story you thought was already finished. Someone has been watching your energy change. Someone who once added to your pain or silently saw you suffer is feeling a strange stirring in their heart today. And they might not even understand why, but the angels do. You are being spiritually lifted into calmer waters. And those who were once part of the storm are either being removed by a divine force or being given one last chance to choose truth. There might be a message tonight, a surprising contact from someone whose silence has spoken louder than words recently. And though you might not have expected it, the timing of this contact will feel almost unreal. It's not just a coincidence. It's a response to your soul's quiet prayer for closure, clarity, or reconnection. But before your heart jumps with hope, the angels want to guide you deeper into the truth. Dear one, don't mistake movement for progress. Not every person who comes back is meant to walk beside you again. Sometimes the journey they need to take isn't with you, but towards facing their own actions. Your healing is sacred, and Archangel Michael has guarded it fiercely. That's why you felt distant from people or places you once called home. That's why your emotions have shifted, even without explanation. You are not meant to return to where you were broken. You are meant to keep flowing forward towards the life your soul truly desires. Tonight's surprise, whether it's a message, a dream, a sign, or a sudden memory that rushes in and stirs your heart, will not be random. It will be an echo of your old self trying to make peace with the new you. The angels don't bring messages to confuse you. They bring them to awaken you, You will feel deep in your spirit whether what comes tonight is a gift or a test. But either way, it will set something in motion. The person who may come forward is also in transition. They are facing the results of choices made without your light. And the absence of your energy in their life has created a silence so loud they can't bear it anymore. But dear one, Archangel Michael reminds you that just because someone finally sees your worth doesn't mean they are ready to honor it. It's not enough to be missed. You must be respected. And this is the lesson you've earned through your sacred suffering. You are not who you were when they left, when they hurt you, or when they failed to choose you. You have crossed emotional oceans. And tonight, as the stars begin to glow, your angels are preparing to reveal a truth that will either open your heart or set it free for good. Let your peace be your guide. If this surprise feels light, soft, and healing, trust it. If it brings confusion, heaviness, or doubt, that's your sign to release it. The angels never lead you into chaos. They lead you into truth. And even when that truth stings, it still sets you free. Archangel Michael is cutting the final threads of spiritual ties around you. No more waiting for someone else's clarity. No more putting off your joy. This message speaks of a sacred departure, not just from people or places, but from all versions of you that no longer serve your highest purpose. The part of you that accepted less than you deserve, that held on a silent pain, that made excuses for others' absence, that part is being gently laid to rest tonight. As you rest your head tonight, may you feel a gentle breeze across your spirit, a soft reminder that the worst is behind you. And the path ahead, though still uncertain, is blessed by divine protection. Your journey is no longer about proving your worth to others. It's about receiving the life that already recognizes your value. If someone reaches out, if a message arrives just before midnight, breathe deeply before you answer. Ask yourself not, do I want this? But is this part of my peace? The angels will give you clarity. They always do. And if nothing arrives tonight, let that be your sign that what you truly deserve is still preparing itself for divine timing, not for your anxious waiting. Dear one, you are not alone in this crossing. Archangel Michael is the hand on your back, guiding you forward even when the waters seem deep. You are being taken into a season of serenity, and whatever must be left behind was never meant to walk with you into the new day. Trust this process. Trust the ache that has shaped you. And above all, trust that the love meant for you is not confused, delayed, or silent. It is clear, it is certain, and it is coming. Tonight may bring a flicker of what once was, but your soul knows the difference between returning and rising. Choose the path that makes you feel whole. Choose the direction where your spirit breathes easier. That is where your angels are waiting. Dear one, Archangel Michael stands before you today with his mighty wings spread wide, shielding you from the confusion of the past and bathing your soul in a radiant light that speaks not just of protection, but of awakening. This isn't just any ordinary day. This is a divine turning point. The universe has held its breath for this moment, for the stirring inside your heart that you've been trying to explain even to yourself. You've been feeling the shift, haven't you? As if something is calling your name from a distance, as if something is about to break the silence and rush toward you like a long-awaited answer. Archangel Michael comes now not to warn, but to ignite. For within you, there is a spark the world forgot, a fire that someone tried to dim. And tonight, in just the final moments before something sacred unfolds, that flame will burn again. This message, this energy, is the angel's confirmation that someone somewhere is not just thinking of you, but preparing to take an action that may surprise you in ways you thought were no longer possible. Type strong if you trust in a divine presence. You've been through seasons of silence. You've held your breath, waiting for signs. You've questioned whether what you felt was real or just your heart's illusion. But the angels have seen it all. They watched as your soul continued to believe even when your eyes saw nothing. They saw how you loved even in the absence of assurance, how you gave your light when you received only shadows in return. And today, they honor your faith because now, dear one, is when the message begins to come alive. Someone is finding the courage to speak again. Someone who held back, who ran, who feared the fire of your truth, is slowly remembering the warmth that only your presence brought them. Their soul has been restless, stirred by memories, by dreams, by the echo of your name in their heart. And though they may not understand why now, the angels do. Because the divine timing of your life is not accidental. It is designed with the same precision as the stars above you. And now, with only minutes left before a new door opens, the angels are preparing you to receive not just a surprise, but a message that could ignite a new chapter of everything you thought was lost. This isn't just about someone coming back. This is about your spirit being recognized again. The one who may reach out tonight or soon has carried words in their chest that they never had the bravery to speak. And yet now, those words burn with urgency. Something in their life has shifted. A realization has dawned. Perhaps it came through a dream or a painful experience, or maybe through the unbearable silence that followed your absence. But now they see, and though their voice may tremble and their message may be wrapped in hesitation, what lies beneath is undeniable. They miss the energy only you brought into their world. They're drawn to you not by logic, but by soul. And the angels want you to know that this connection, this bond, is not ordinary. It was always meant to teach, to awaken, and perhaps even to return in divine timing. But dear one, Archangel Michael reminds you not to lose your grounding in the excitement of surprise. For while someone may come forward now with passion and urgency, it is your wisdom that must guide you. This person may bring a message of longing, of regret, of wanting to begin again. But your role is not to catch fire in their flame. Your role is to see whether their spark matches the sacred fire you have protected inside your heart all this time. Not every message deserves your reply. Not every surprise is meant to be unwrapped. That is why the angels stand beside you now. Not to control what happens, but to remind you of your worth when it does. You have been chosen for more than just waiting. You have been called to rise into your power. This message, in its purest form, is a sign of beginnings, of energy stirring. A message is about to be delivered. So if tonight your phone lights up with an unexpected name, or if you find yourself remembering someone with an intensity that moves you to tears, know that this is no accident. The energy is aligning. The hearts that were once blocked are beginning to open. And in this sacred unfolding, the angels ask only one thing of you. Stay true to what your soul has learned. Don't abandon your healing just because someone finally notices your light. Let them come not because they need you to fix them, but because they see you clearly now and they are ready to walk beside you with open eyes and honest hands. If no message comes tonight, do not lose hope. Sometimes the energy reaches us first before the words are ever spoken. You may feel this person thinking of you. You may feel an unexplainable flutter in your chest, a warmth in your hands, a pull toward a song, a place, or a memory. That is your soul preparing. That is the universe saying something is on its way. Be patient. Not everything arrives at once, but everything arrives on time. And what is meant for you, dear one, will never get lost. It may take detours. It may come in forms you didn't expect, but it will find you because your energy calls it home. Tonight, as the stars whisper across the sky and the quiet wraps itself around your heart, Archangel Michael wants you to rest in the knowing that something is moving, that someone has awakened, that your name is being whispered in a place you cannot see, but the vibrations of that moment are already reaching you. Trust the fire inside you. Music, dear one, today Archangel Michael surrounds you with his wings wide open, not only to shield your heart, but to help it finally exhale from a pain you've carried too long in silence. This moment, on this very day, is no ordinary one. The air itself seems to hold a message, a trembling truth waiting to be revealed. And as the clock ticks, as only 2 minutes remain before something shifts in the unseen realm, your angels gather to gently hold the pieces of your heart that were shattered but never truly acknowledged. This message isn't just about tonight's surprise or a sudden contact from someone you thought had forgotten you. It's about the pain you buried so deeply, the heartbreak that shaped your silence, and the love that lingered long after it was taken away. The angels aren't asking you to relive it. They are here to transform it, because only by honoring the wound can they pour in the light meant to heal it. Type 111 if you believe in your guardian angels. You've walked through nights where your pillow knew your tears better than any person ever could. You've smiled in rooms while your soul quietly ached for something that never came. And you've carried questions that burn like fire through your chest. Why did they leave? Why didn't they choose me? Why did they break something so sacred and act like it meant nothing? Archangel Michael has seen it all. He saw the exact moment your heart broke, the exact word or silence that became the sword through your spirit. And yet, even in that moment of piercing pain, something inside you did not die. Something within you chose to hold on, to keep breathing, to keep hoping that one day the pain would make sense. And today, dear one, the angels whisper that your wait has not been in vain. Tonight, a shift is taking place. Perhaps someone who hurt you deeply is waking up to what they've done. Perhaps a soul who once walked away is now flooded with the very grief they caused. And while that may seem like divine justice, the angels urge you to look deeper. The surprise tonight isn't just about someone reaching out. It's about you realizing how far you've come. When a message arrives, when the energy moves, when the universe places that moment in front of you, whether through a text, a dream, a sudden emotional wave, or a familiar name unexpectedly reappearing, pause before you react. The old pain may rise, yes, but it's rising only to be released. Not every return is a reunion. Sometimes it's a reckoning. And sometimes the most beautiful closure comes not from another's apology, but from your soul finally saying, I am done carrying this weight. The person who may reach out tonight could be someone who never truly explained why they vanished, why they chose someone else, why they broke your trust. They might come back not with full answers, but with trembling words, unfinished thoughts, and emotions they don't even know how to express. And while the younger version of you may have begged for this moment, the angels want you to know you no longer need it, the way you once did. Because now you have become something stronger, something softer, something more whole. You have begun building a home inside your heart that is no longer shaped by abandonment. And this moment, this night, is not a test of how much you still love them. It's a sacred mirror showing how much you've grown in the absence of what once broke you. If tears come tonight, let them flow, dear one. Let your heart pour out, not as a wound reopening, but as a river finally free to move again. Pain that has stayed too long begins to rot the joy around it. That is why the angels are guiding you to feel it one last time. Not to suffer, but to cleanse. And whether this person shows up tonight, or whether it's their energy that suddenly stirs the memories, know this. You are being offered the final thread of release. If the conversation comes, speak your truth without expectation. If it doesn't, find peace in knowing that their silence is not your burden to carry. You did your part. You loved with honesty. You stayed true to your soul. And now it's time to make room for a love that doesn't hurt, for a connection that doesn't disappear when things get hard. Archangel Michael is gently holding your heart now, reminding you that you are not broken. You are sacred. You are a soul that chose love even after it was betrayed. You are a heart that still believes in healing, even after every fracture. And the pain that once felt like the end is now becoming the passage to your new beginning. The surprise tonight may not be what you expected. It might come wrapped in sorrow, in memory, in regret. But the power is yours now. You are not the same person who once begged for love. You are the one who knows they deserve it fully, freely, and without delay. So tonight, as the stars begin to glow and the veil between the heart and the heavens feels thin, let go. Let go of the fantasy that the one who hurt you must be the one who heals you. Let go of the timelines you imagined. Let go of the illusion that you were never enough. You are always more than enough. It is they who could not see, not you who fail to shine. And now the angels ask you to reclaim every piece of yourself that was left in their absence. Call your power back. Call your joy back. Call your worth back. Dear one, the heartbreak you endured was not punishment. It was preparation. It broke you open only so the light could pour in more freely. Dear one, Archangel Michael is standing near you today with a deep and urgent message, wrapped not in loud signs or dramatic symbols, but in a gentle stillness that reaches into the deepest parts of your heart. This moment is sacred. On this day, May 6th, when your soul feels the weight of questions you haven't dared to ask aloud, he is here to hold your spirit steady as something long held in silence begins to stir once again. The message isn't about the outer world as much as it is about what you've locked within. You see, there's something you've been holding on to tightly. Perhaps a hope, perhaps a fear, perhaps a memory that you couldn't release because it felt like letting go would mean losing the only connection you had left to someone or something you loved so deeply. And now, with only 2 minutes remaining before the divine clock strikes a hidden hour, the angels gently ask you, "Dear one, are you ready to loosen your grip and make space for the miracle trying to reach you?" There is something you've carried for so long that you no longer even notice the weight of it. Perhaps it's a belief that love must always come with sacrifice, that you must hold everything together by yourself, or that vulnerability will only lead to loss again. Type guided if you trust in divine guidance. You've built walls not out of pride, but out of survival. You've guarded your heart not because you didn't want to love again, but because you didn't want to feel that kind of pain ever again. But in protecting yourself, dear one, you've also closed the door on some of the blessings that have been trying to find their way to you. Archangel Michael wants you to know that the angels are not here to take anything from you. They're only asking if you might open your hand just a little so that they can give you something better. Tonight, someone may be preparing to surprise you, maybe with a message, maybe with a gesture that carries more meaning than they know how to express. But they too have been afraid, holding on to their own walls, clutching tightly to the silence that kept them safe. And now, in this sacred twilight, both your souls are being invited to soften. This message whispers of fear that pretends to be control. You may have convinced yourself that you must keep your feelings hidden, that showing them makes you weak, that needing someone is dangerous. But the angels want to remind you that love is not weakness. Longing is not shameful. Wanting to be chosen, to be seen, to be understood does not make you needy. It makes you beautifully human. Someone has been thinking of you, but they too are wrestling with what they've held inside for too long. Their heart is heavy with what was never said. And tonight, just as you begin to feel the energy shift, they may finally begin to find their voice. But whether they come to you in the form of a text, a visit, a dream, or simply a sudden, overwhelming presence in your heart, the angels ask you to prepare, not with fear, but with gentle courage. Let go, dear one, not of love, but of the belief that you must do everything alone. Let go of the idea that receiving makes you weak. Let go of the old pain that told you you must be silent to be safe. Tonight, as the veil thins and the energy around you grows more tender, something ancient within you is being stirred awake. You were never meant to hold your heart hostage to old wounds. You were meant to offer it again, not recklessly, but bravely. If this person reaches out, listen. Don't rush to protect, to assume, to defend. Just listen. You'll know if their words are real by how your spirit responds, not by what your mind fears. And if they don't reach out, know that the healing is still happening. Sometimes the release begins before the message arrives. Sometimes the angels prepare you long before the human action takes place. And tonight, you are being prepared to open, to receive, to allow something new to enter. There is beauty in what you've survived. You learned how to keep going even when your soul felt abandoned. You stayed loyal to your heart even when others walked away. But now the angels ask, are you ready to stop surviving and start living again? Can you trust that not every person will hurt you? That not every silence means rejection? That not every gesture comes with conditions? Archangel Michael is standing before you now, not just as a protector, but as a gentle guide. He's holding a key, not to unlock someone else's heart, but to help you unlock your own. Because the greatest surprise tonight might not be who contacts you. It might be the realization that you no longer need to hold your past so tightly that your future is trying to feign you, and all it needs is space to breathe. So, dear one, With just 2 minutes remaining before the energy around you shifts into a new rhythm, ask yourself, what are you holding on to so tightly that it's keeping you from flying? Is it the pain? The person? The story you've told yourself about why you're unworthy of more? Let it go, not because it wasn't real, but because it has already served its purpose. And let the angels surprise you. Let the universe show you that what's meant for you doesn't need to be clutched with fear. It will stay because it chooses to, not because you fight to keep it. Let this be the night your heart finally exhales and says, I'm ready. Ready to receive, ready to feel, ready to believe again. Archangel Michael walks beside you now. His light surrounds you. His voice, though soft, is steady as he says, you are not alone. You never were. And everything you've asked for is on its way. But first, loosen your grip on what no longer fits so your hands are free to hold what truly belongs. Let your soul rest in this truth tonight. Let your spirit lean into what is coming. You are ready now, dear one. And the angels are so proud of how far you've come. Dear one, as the quiet energy of this day unfolds and the weight of unseen emotions gently presses on your heart, Archangel Michael stands beside you with a light that cuts through even the most stubborn shadows. His message today is not loud or overwhelming, but soft, persistent, and deeply rooted in love. He sees that you have grown tired, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually. There has been a fog around you, a sense of disconnection from your own desires, as though you are surrounded by choices or opportunities, yet feel numb to them all. You have been waiting for something, longing for a sign, hoping that the emptiness would be filled by something unexpected, by someone who would understand you without asking you to explain everything. And now, in this delicate moment, just minutes before a shift in divine energy, the angels are trying to get your attention. Not to overwhelm you with new beginnings, but to remind you of something sacred you may have been overlooking while your heart sat quietly in its ache. There is someone who has been thinking of you, someone who has held back for far too long. And tonight, they may find themselves on the edge of speaking the words they once swallowed out of fear or pride. But the angels want you to understand something very important. This is not just about them. This is about you. You have poured so much of yourself into the past. You've replayed conversations in your mind, imagined different outcomes, and questioned whether you did something wrong. In the process, you've become so focused on what didn't work that you've forgotten how much beauty still surrounds you, patiently waiting for you to notice it again. The universe has been trying to hand you something, perhaps a new connection, a new direction, a deeper clarity, but your heart has been too full of unprocessed grief to receive it. And tonight, that may finally begin to change. This message speaks to the deep exhaustion that comes from waiting on others to fill the spaces within us. Perhaps you've been expecting a certain kind of apology, a certain kind of love, a specific gesture from someone whose silence is spoken louder than their words ever did. And while it's not wrong to hope, dear one, the angels urge you to pause and reflect. Have you begun to ignore the blessings being handed to you in the present because they don't match the image of what you hoped would return? Sometimes, in your longing for the past to heal, you forget that healing is not found in repetition, but in renewal. If someone does reach out tonight, if a message comes when you least expect it, let your heart be honest with itself. Ask not only what they're offering, but whether your spirit still truly wants it, or whether it's simply afraid to hope for something new. Archangel Michael sees the quiet withdrawal in your soul. He knows how you've smiled on the outside while your inner world sat quietly in sorrow, and how you've tried to convince yourself that you're fine because you've gotten used to feeling numb. But you were never meant to live in emotional limbo, dear one. You were meant to feel deeply, to connect honestly, to rise again. Not with bitterness, but with awakened wisdom. That is why the angels are sending you this message today. Because someone may try to come forward. Someone who once took your love for granted. Someone who perhaps thought you would always be there waiting. But now the energy is shifting. You're not the same person who once begged for clarity. You are becoming someone who no longer needs permission to move forward. This moment, these final 2 minutes before something divine unfolds, are not just about whether a person surprises you. They are about whether you allow yourself to be surprised by joy again, by peace again, by the quiet contentment of choosing yourself. What you're waiting for may not arrive in the exact form you imagine, but it will arrive. The question is, will your heart be open enough to receive it? The angels are asking you now, ever so gently, to lift your gaze, to see the emotional cup being handed to you by the universe, not filled with the old story, but with something new, refreshing, and nourishing to your soul. This cup may come in the form of a new opportunity, an unexpected act of kindness, a deep inner knowing, or even a reconnection with someone who truly sees you this time, not through the lens of the past, but through the clarity of their own healing. Tonight, if a message comes, do not react from the place of your old wounds. Sit with it. Listen with your heart, not your fear. Does this message breathe life into your spirit, or does it pull you back into emotional uncertainty? You deserve more than recycled pain dressed as second chances. You deserve a love that is present, that chooses you without hesitation, that sees your worth without needing to be reminded. Archangel Michael is clearing the emotional fog around you now, so that you can see your own value again, so that you can reclaim the parts of yourself that became hidden under years of waiting, hoping, and wondering. Type Amen if you trust in a higher power. The angels are here to show you if Archangel Michael is reaching out to you today, May 6th, with something urgent to say. And with just moments left, who might surprise you tonight, and why? If this message has brought a gentle warmth to your heart and wrapped you in the loving presence of the angels, may that sacred light continue to uplift your spirit and deepen your faith in the journey unfolding before you. Thank you for being here with such grace, trust, and openness. May the angels always walk beside you, guiding your path with love, surrounding you in their radiant light, and cradling your soul in their eternal heavenly embrace. Amen.